James, tricky start for Williams last time out in Bahrain. What have the last few days been like for the team, and what have the main learnings been?
I think definitely tricky start. We're on the back foot really from testing. We're just a little bit late on delivering everything, which just means it walks into the race weekend. Alex described it well when he said we probably arrived jogging, not running. The last few days have been understanding really in depth why we suffered such a large power unit cooling issue in the race. Mercedes did as well. It's just, we've got to get to the bottom of that one, because understanding it is just throwing away weight and performance. And then in terms of the car itself, there's good amounts of performance locked in it, but we're clearly not extracting all of it yet. So the team itself has been really positive and really buoyed. And the reason for that is it's not that we're sat here with a package where we're at the end of what we can find performance-wise. It's quite the opposite. There's a lot to be found, but we started on the back foot, and that can be treated as a positive, which it should be.
You touched on it there. There were flashes of pace across the weekend and in testing as well. So how do you go about unlocking more of that here this weekend at Jeddah and going forward?
I think first and foremost it's making sure that we're not fearful of experimenting on setup, on driving style, on tools. All too often you can be constrained by your own concern that you can go backwards as well as you can forwards, and this is the opportunity to really start evolving into testing the limits of it. I think you saw in FP1, that's a better position from us, probably more in line with what I was hoping for from testing in Bahrain. Now obviously that's a daytime session, so we've got to make sure that translates through to night now as well.
Just finally, we've seen some big movements obviously in the driver market. You've mentioned a couple of times that Alex is locked in through 2025. I mean, how confident are you of keeping him for the longer term?
We have a good relationship in as much as he buys into the journey that we are with Williams at the moment. But I've said this from the beginning and I'll reiterate it now. We, as Williams, have to prove to him that we're on the right pathway together. He enjoys working with me, he enjoys working with the team. And those are some of the positive foundations that you can't just magic up, they're there. But he has an insatiable desire, rightly so, to show the world how good a driver he is. Now our job is to make sure we move this team forward step by step. And in doing so, we'll bring him on the journey with us.
Thank you, James.